Hi viewers, welcome to another edition of Morlight TV. How are you today? I remain your host, Morlight. Thank you to everyone for always joining us on this channel. Please, if you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please kindly hit on the subscribe button. We would like you to subscribe. Please encourage us. The channel is live and back fully now. Morlight TV. Please always join us. So today we want to analyze Tinubu's performance at the Chatham House. I mean, we all heard of what happened recently, the fact that Tinubu's contemporaries, I mean his other presidential aspirants, were all in Nigeria in a town hall meeting where they were busy discussing issues and selling themselves to Nigerians, and they were analyzing the economic issues, the issues affecting education, the health sector, discussing the structure of government and the bureaucracy and so many other things, you know, trying to convince the people that they want to come and serve why they should be voted for. I mean, even Tinubu was invited for this same town hall meeting, but according to him, he said he is a marketable commodity, and he felt that the channel that invited him, which is their right TV, wanted to make money from him. So while the other presidential aspirants were busy trying to explain themselves, when they were busy trying to sell themselves to Nigerians, Tinubu, was busy with his entourage somewhere in London, selling himself to the international community, as if it's the international community that will vote for him come February 2023 election. I mean, many people have said that the speech he read at the Chatham House obviously was written for him. We all know that Tinubu is currently not in a state of mind to write speeches for himself, as most of his public appearances seem like he's always reading from a sheet, from document. You could even see at the Chatham House that someone passed a piece of paper to him, which shows that he cannot speak intelligently from the top of his head without having been prompted. We also saw that there was a teleprompter in front of him where he was reading from. I mean, all these things were like pre-arranged. It was all a setup. I told you that Tinubu is a smart guy, he's a city boy, so every of his moves is calculated. And he assumes that most Nigerians are stupid, that we are not wise. So he feels that he is the wisest, and I mean he sees himself as superior to all Nigerians. I want us to analyze the fact that when Tinubu finished his speech, which was written for him obviously, and he was now asked question. I mean, the question and answer time would have been a good opportunity for him to display his intelligence, to tell us the stuff he's being made up of, but unfortunately he appeared to goof again at that level, because he kept delegating his entourage to answer the questions for him, and that calls for so many other questions. That if this man wants to be president of over 200 million Nigerians, and he cannot face the 200 million Nigerians to speak to them directly, I mean, he abandoned the local engagement in his country, in Nigeria. He abandoned the local engagement and went for the foreign engagement, meaning he's telling us that the foreign engagement is much more important than his local engagement back home. And he claims that he has been engaging people locally and all of that, but all well-meaningful Nigerians are saying you need to be part of this debate, you need to be part of this town hall meeting. But each time they call him for those kind of things, he has a way of evading it. He will just attend, and he makes himself look like, oh, I'm not in your league, I'm not in your class. While the rest were busy marketing themselves to Nigerians, he went abroad to market himself at the Chatham House. And I wonder who are the people there that will vote for him based on all the things he went to present at the Chatham House. I mean, how many of the 130 million poor Nigerians that have been thrown into poverty would know or watch the fact that Tinubu went to Chatham House to speak when he should be on the street, at the corners of every street in Nigeria, trying to tell us precisely what he intends to do, how he intends to eradicate poverty. But this man is not doing that. Now I want us to know that if we make a mistake to vote for this man Tinubu come 2023, he is going to run an autocratic type of government, because he's already showing it to us. As a matter of fact, I understand that the people, the organizers at the Chatham House, said that they were not even aware that Tinubu was going to delegate his question and answers to the people that came with him. That has never happened before, someone delegating questions directed to them, at another person, and they said he took them unaware. Even they themselves are surprised at that display of autocracy, because that shows that he sees himself as above the law. He sees himself as I should not follow the rule, and he feels he can just do anything and get away with it. He sees himself as I don't need to respect the system or existing structure here. Exactly what he proved to us. He's going to run an autocratic government. He's going to run an autocracy whereby he will just be sitting somewhere like a king, like a kingpin that he has always been, a political kingpin, and he will be issuing out instruction and saying, you do this, you do that, you represent me, he does not have what it takes to be a president. He's not fit. First and foremost, intellectually and psychologically, his words are not so coherent anymore. He says things like bulaba, balabu, balloon, and things like that, and you're wondering, excuse me, is this the kind of a person we want as a president? The other time, Delia Lake was trying to defend him and said Roosevelt in the US governed, he was president while he was on a wheelchair. Excuse me, do you know what their founding fathers in the United States have done years back before Roosevelt rose to the presidential position? Do you know the work they have done? They've laid solid structures on ground. They've put in place solid structures that all the subsequent president will be doing is just to build on that foundation. But in Nigeria, we don't have any solid foundation. We don't have any social security system that is working for the people. The people have been made poorer by the government. So what are you talking about? Harry that was sickly, always running helter-skelter to London for medical trip, you saw the outcome of this government. Now you want to impose another sick man on horse? No way. That is not going to happen. I want you to know that a vote for Tinubu is a vote for autocracy. That man is going to be autocratic. He does not respect people. He does not respect the media. He does not respect Nigerians. He treats Nigerians as if they are bullshit. He treats Nigerians as if they are nothing. As a matter of fact, before now, many Nigerians have been asking Tinubu, what is your true age? We do not know your identity. He did not give a response. He did not answer Nigerians. However, he went all the way outside of Nigeria to give a response at Chatham House. He decided to answer those questions from Chatham House, meaning he respects the international community more than the local community he is seeking his vote from. So I think that the local community need to show to him that enough of the disrespect that he is showing to Nigerians. His Muslim ticket is enough disrespect for Nigerians. If he doesn't know that, it is, because we have close to 100 million Christians in Nigeria, as much as we have millions of Muslims as well in Nigeria. So why do a Muslim ticket when you know that it has always been a Christian, Muslim, Christian ticket, you know, from the First Republic, Second Republic, Third Republic. It has always been like that. So why do you want to change the trend? That alone is an insult on Nigerians, because it shows that you will do whatever you like. You will run an autocracy. You will sit like a kingpin, do whatever you like, and you know, you will even behave above the law as if no one can catch you. Another thing I want us to know is that while we are talking about cutting down the cost of governance, I noticed that Tinubu is always moving about with entourage. Even during his public appearances and his campaign, you will see some guys in suit. Maybe there is security personnel, but there are so many, you know, and he will be walking in between there, and you'll be wondering, what is all this? I mean, these are excesses. These are wastages. The same way, see the number of governors and Speaker of the House and all the people, the entourage he took with him to London, when we are talking about cutting down the cost of governance. Can you see the potential wastages that will happen under Tinubu's administration? Tinubu, when he was asked questions by the people present there, he kept delegating the question. So someone once said that, is that how he delegates the things he's supposed to do in his house? Is that how he delegates it to his cook, or to his housemates, or to his driver? What he's supposed to do with his wife or to do for his wife, does he delegate it to the cook? Because he's trying to say now that he works as a team. I mean, there are some things you yourself need to do as the president. We want to know the stuff you are made up of, but you keep hiding, you keep evading. You don't want us to see these things, but we can even see and read from the little public appearances you've been having that you will not be an empathetic president. You will not be. You will be cruel. I mean, you are not compassionate. Look at what happened during the NSAS movement. Look at your responses. When people were killed, you were still saying you are the Jagaban, the Jagajantis of Lagos or something like that. And this man acts so much as if Lagos State is his private property, and he wants to treat Nigeria as his private property as well. You know, he has this disposition of, oh, whether you people like it or not, I'm going to be your president. Whether you people vote or not, I'm going to be your president. Whether I attend debate or not, I'm going to be your president. Whether I attend town hall, as a matter of fact, I choose town hall meetings to attend. Excuse me, and you want to be the president of the people you want to come and serve are asking you to present yourself for questioning. You are busy delegating the questions, and you are busy avoiding them. I want us to also know that if we vote for Tinubu, Tinubu will run a cabal system of government. We can see it from what is happening. Even though you voted for one person, I tell you, it's all those cabals surrounding him that will be ruling Nigeria from behind. Even though he is the one that is being voted for, but you see all those people surrounding him, they will be the one ruling Nigeria, and not him, because he will be busy, sitting in London, flying to London every now and then for medical checkup. And I'm so sure that Chatham House he went to, he didn't just go to Chatham House alone. I'm sure after his presentation at Chatham House, he would have sneaked away to get some medical care again before he comes back to Nigeria. I see, these people are smart. It's only gullible Nigerians that will vote for Tinubu again, because see, the handwriting is clear. It's written clearly on the wall that Tinubu is a no-go area. Tinubu is going to be another catastrophe for Nigeria. You don't want to have a president that does not respect the people, that lacks empathy, that is just after his own goals, and he will compromise all values, or he will break the rules, compromise all principles just to get his own goals achieved. Look at the Muslim ticket he embarked on. Look at the way he's treating the media. See the way he's talking down at the media. I mean, how does this help our democracy? He's telling us he's going to run an autocratic system of government already. See the way he's behaving when he has not even become a president. So when he becomes a president, that means this man, nobody can talk to him, even the media can't talk to him, even the citizens cannot hold him accountable. And that is why I've been telling people, see, if not for anything, please vote for a president that can be held accountable. And I love the fact that Peter Obi is always saying, hold me accountable, hold me accountable. I tell people, see, if in 4 years, if peradventure Peter Obi becomes our president, if in 4 years Peter Obi does not perform, we kick him out. Yes, see, the pains of Nigeria will flow to their tongues and they're going to vote out whoever is not performing. Gone are the days when some political cabal think that being in power is their right and is their entitlement. Now, I want to quickly talk about all the cabals that he took along to Chatham House. Now, he took along Governor Sanwo-Olu, Fayemi, Femi Gbajabiamila, El-Rufai, Alake, and the likes. Now, tell me, are you telling me that El-Rufai in Kaduna, when he was governor or he state governor, are you telling me that is how he delegates the things he's supposed to do as governor to his state? No. I trust El-Rufai, but he takes, you know, the executive decision most of the time by himself. Is that how Sanwo-Olu is delegating his own duty as well, or is that how the Speaker of the House too is delegating his duty and will be telling people, where you answer that question and all of that? I mean, it doesn't make sense. If these governors were delegating their duties to them, I'm sure people will not vote for them for the second time, or they will not even get to that position. But you see, even your own Sanwo-Olu, when he's being asked questions, the man answers the questions intelligently. So how much more you that claim to be their godfather? You should be able to do better. Please, Nigerians, this suffering is enough. Except you people want the suffering to continue, then you can go ahead and vote for Tinubu. But please, the handwriting are clearly written on the wall, and we should read this handwriting and desist from making a second mistake. Guess what? I'm just spreading more light. Bye-bye.